Hey guys, it's Crowicki and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a 2022 Toyota Avalon Limited Hybrid. Let's get started. So this may be the last time that we feature an Avalon on the channel. Toyota has confirmed that they're going to be discontinuing the Avalon after this model year, and we have done a video on the Avalon V6. If you missed it, it is the Avalon Touring. I'm going to leave it in the description below. So this Avalon has the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder with the hybrid battery. It makes about 215 combined horsepower, gets 43 miles per gallon, and starts at 43,550. Let's go ahead and start off by talking about this color. So this is the Ice Edge color, and it says that everywhere, including the website, except for on the window sticker. For some reason, on the window sticker of this car, they call it ash gray metallic, but it's not exactly a white. It kind of has like a vanilla tint to it. And let's go over here to these LED daytime running lights and headlights, which I think look really good, especially when you lock and unlock the car, and then we get that lawn strip of light that goes across. Just below that, just like the Avalon Touring, we have this little cutout right here where we can actually see through to the tire. And the grille in the front here is very different than that sporty Touring one. This one's got these lines going, and if we come up really close, it's like this pearl gray finish over here. We can also see our parking sensors are all across the grille over here. We have our blue Toyota emblem to signify that this is a hybrid, and then we also have a camera up here in the front because this does have the bird's eye camera system. There is also a lot of chrome on this grille, so pretty much outlining the entire grille we have chrome. Moving over to the side, we have these 18-inch super chrome wheels. I really like the way that this design with a lot of spokes looks on this color. Let's talk about these mirrors over here, which are color matched to the body. We have a little bit of more chrome right here along the back, and there is also a turn signal indicator on the side. The mirror itself has a blind spot monitor and also a heating function. There's more chrome over here along the pillars of the door, and we do have some gloss black for the window trimming. We get a sunroof up at the top and also keyless entry on the doors. For the back doors, nothing really too fancy over here. There is no keyless entry on the back doors, but we do have a roof-mounted shark fin antenna and our fuel doors over here on the left side. Moving along to the back here, we have Avalon spelled out letter by letter all across the taillight. We also have another blue Toyota emblem right here, again to signify that it is a hybrid. Cameras mounted just right here between the A and the L. We have limited hybrid badging over here, and then some more parking sensors for the rear. And then down at the very bottom, we have like a little bit of a sport style grille, but it's not as aggressive as something like the XSE Avalon or the Touring Avalon. You'll find the trunk release just between the O and the N right here in Avalon. That's going to open up that trunk. You can see it's very huge, pretty comparable to a trunk of a Camry. We have some floor mats here as well, and then you can pull right over here to fold down the seats in the cabin. Now, like I talked about in the Avalon V6 review that we did, there is no little handle up here or even a button to close this trunk. For this price point, it's kind of expected in a sedan, even though you don't really need it. You know, everybody knows that you can just grab the top right here and pull it down. It's just something that I wish we had. Okay, moving inside the Avalon now, I love the stitching that we have over here on the leather, over here on the door card. And moving over to these seats, you can see they kind of continue that same pattern. So the seats right here have the same pattern of stitching that goes all across the seat. And then we have these punch outs right here, which I'm pretty sure are there because this is a ventilated seat, but it does make the seat also look pretty cool with the stitching on the sides. Moving back to the door card, we have a little bit of wood trimming right here on the door card and also on the entryway over here. We have memory seats right next to our window controls. There are power seats for both the driver and passenger side. And as we get in, we have this little plaque right here that says Avalon. Let's check this out. Now let's talk about the buttons over here right next to the steering wheel before we fully get in. We have our automatic high beams, traction off, heated steering wheel, trunk release, fuel door release, and our bird's eye camera. Just right next to that, we can set our odometer trip, change the brightness of the instrument cluster, and also adjust your steering wheel position using this electronic adjuster. Let's move on to the steering wheel, which is multicolored. We have black at the top and bottom right here, so black stitched leather. And then over here on the sides, just like the seats, we have these holes in this gray leather. So Toyota's really keeping it consistent with the gray leather in here. On that steering wheel over here on the left side, we have some buttons to control our center screen right here between the two gauges. And on the right side, we can control some of our safety features like the radar cruise and the lane depart assist. Up above the steering wheel, we have a 10-inch heads-up display, so as we're driving, we can see some information directly in front of us. Push button start is located directly behind the steering wheel as well. Let's take a look at this center screen over here. So we have this huge MID right here. So in between these two gauges, we have a pretty big screen where you can control several different things. So right now I have it set to the driving support, but we can see digital speed, music, whole bunch of different functions in here. Now that the screen is powered on, we have a 9-inch touchscreen in here with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I really love that we still have physical volume and tuning controls. We also have heated and ventilated seats just below that for both the driver and passenger side, as well as dual zone climate control. Moving just below the climate control, we have this little storage area right here. Now, if you push this back, we actually have a wireless phone charger down there. The shifter looks exactly straight out of a Camry. We have Eco, Normal, and Sport mode. You have a brake hold feature, so you don't have to press the brake the entire time if you're at a lawn stoplight. EV mode, because this is a hybrid, and also an electronic parking brake. We have 2 cup holders here. One of them is kind of weirdly shaped, so maybe you can put some bigger bottles in there. We've got a pretty large center console, which we can open by pushing on this button right here. We have 2 USB-A's and 1 USB-C in here. Now, moving up from the screen, we have our rear view mirror here, which does have home link, so we can sync up our garage remotes to either one of these 3 buttons. We have an auto dimming function here, which we can turn on and off. Moving further along, we have a sunroof up here, so we have our controls right over here, an emergency SOS button, as well as our light controls. On the passenger side, the wood grain kind of continues over here and goes all the way into the passenger door card. We have that same stitching over here on the passenger door card, and then over here we have a pretty standard size passenger glove box. Moving along to the back seats, we can fold them down here, which I've unlatched them earlier when we were talking about the trunk. So you can see we have a pass-through all the way to the trunk, so if you have skis or anything lawn that you want to fit through, you can do that here. We also have some storage pockets behind the driver and passenger seat. And one of my favorite things about the back seats here is that we have heated seats. There's also a USB-C, a USB-A, and some air vents back here as well. And if you're not using the middle seat back here, you can fold down this area to get some cup holders and a little storage pocket here. And lastly, we have some light controls up here at the top. So that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.